Awesomenauts went free to play with its most recent update, and I figured since I haven't tried it before, it'd be the perfect time to check it out. The game is unique, or maybe was unique is the better way to put it. I'm Colton from MMOHuts.com, and here's our first look at Awesomenauts. Awesomenauts is a 2D platformer MOBA with a fun, cartoonish art style and solid gameplay. It breaks away from the standard MOBA formula in that it's two-dimensional and only features teams of 3 players. You crash land into the arena collecting cash as you do so, and then you patrol the area killing minions and fighting the other team. You spend your money on upgrades for whatever character you're playing, and the game is over when you push into the enemy's base. That's pretty par for the course when it comes to MOBAs, but this one changes it up even further by having you aim everything down to your auto attacks in a bit of gameplay that reminded me of Alien Hominid and the Flash games of old. It was just plain fun. The characters have a nice charm about them, and my current favorite is the Sheriff. Building around his dynamite can do some insane AoE damage if your execution is on point. Everybody in the game feels like they're straight out of a Saturday morning cartoon. There's all kinds of aliens, a giant knight made of ice cream, the list goes on. You unlock new characters with awesome points which are earned for playing matches and progressing your account level. Matches don't take very long either, with my average being about 15 to 20 minutes. Respawn timers are a bit friendlier here than they are in other MOBAs as well. You won't have to wait quite as long to get back into the action. Each time you die though, you do the crash pod minigame again, which isn't a bad thing. It only takes a few seconds and it's a nice way to break up the action a bit between lives. The fact that the game is fun and has such a nice aesthetic is offset by its biggest problem, a dwindling player base. Matchmaking took me an average of 10 minutes per game just waiting in queue. According to Steam, the current player base of the game is less than 3,000 players. There are always going to be players who feel slighted when a game goes from buy-to-play to free-to-play. I remember how I felt when Team Fortress 2 went free-to-play literally days after I dropped $20 to get in on it. This is understandable and has probably contributed in some way to its dwindling numbers. I think there's a hope that going free-to-play will entice new players to join on the action, but as it stands right now, things are rough. And it's a real shame because the core game that Awesomenauts offers is different, and it's fun. Awesomenauts does offer cash transactions, but only to buy skins and unlock characters. The most expensive characters will cost you about $5.50, which is a little steep, but you can unlock them with awesome points, which are pretty easy to get from just playing the game. I had enough to buy a new character after a couple of account levels. If you want to support the game, you can purchase its 2 expansions, which are currently on sale for just over $5 a piece. Doing this will give you all the characters currently available and any new ones added to the game in the future. Not bad when you consider that some characters are $5 by themselves. Overall, Awesomenauts is a great game with stylish visuals that's only real problem comes from a lack of players. With the MOBA market as saturated as it is, especially with heavy hitters like League of Legends, Smite, and Heroes of the Storm, it's proven hard to compete. It's a fun distraction when you're short on time, but it may be a little too late for Awesomenauts. If MOBAs are your thing and you're serious about it, you might be better off investing your time somewhere else. Well, that's all for today. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and keep it locked on MMOHuts.com for all the latest gaming news and reviews.